Hi everyone, I'd like to show you a project that I've been working on lately. It's actually sort of a continuation from my old robot mesh network projects, except that this one starts at the very base level. So what it is an Arduino library called Promulgate, and Promulgate is a very simple protocol to communicate from an Arduino to other devices. So for example, here we have it working with processing. In this little demo, it's called Promulgate Playground. You can have a slider adjust the brightness on the screen, and then you can press a key to turn off or on one of the LEDs. So like this one's an RGB LED, so we'll press R to turn off the red one, and so now it's only blue and green, and then green so that now it's only blue, and you can see on the actual LED that it's only blue as well. And then it's even more fun because if you if you hold down the mouse button, then it will turn on this green LED. And so there's two light sensors here, and each light sensor controls the height of the corresponding RoboBrrd doodle. So you can just like make them jump and stuff just by, moving the LED, and then you can position it so that like you can press the mouse button and then they'll both jump. And on the Adafruit show and tell, I demoed it working with iOS using Bluetooth Low Energy. I showed that using a round-robin system you can communicate with multiple devices, at least make it seem that way if the timing is good enough. So what does Promulgate actually send back and forth? Well, let's take a look at a little example payload just to see how it works. So it starts off with this one character called an action specifier, and then there's a command. There's room for a key, comma separated for a value, and then at the end there's a delimiter to show that the message has ended. So this action specifier, there's only a limited number of options that this could be. So there's the tilde, an @sign, octothorpe or hashtag, a caret, and an ampersand. There's also the option to have a tag like this, just to show that this is specifically for a reply in response to a question. Now, how do you specify what is a question, you ask? Well, that's what the delimiter is for. So there's also specific delimiters that you can use. There's the exclamation point, question mark, and semicolon. So the question mark delimiter is specifically for if you're asking a question to whatever device, and then it will respond using this action specifier. The idea with the delimiters that I haven't yet implemented is that an exclamation point will mean do this action right away, whereas a semicolon would mean do this action whenever you get the chance, like add it onto the rest of the list that is doing all the actions, or behind everything else, just when the code gets a chance to execute it. So in the Promulgate library itself, it actually filters out all of the actions that start with a tilde, and it maps them to the Arduino pins. So for example, this payload would actually tell pin 13 to turn on an LED, and if you switch this value to a 0, then it would tell it to turn off. If you change the key to, say, a PWM pin, like maybe 9 or something, and then you change the value to 128, then it will make the LED a bit dimmer. And you can also do like 256 to turn it on full blast or whatever. So with all these action specifiers, it's supposed to be able to help you filter out different functions of your robot or your project really easily. Like this is for sounds, and this would be for motors, and this would be for your LEDs or whatever. So that's basically Promulgate. Alright, there's just one last thing that I wanted to mention. When I was developing the library, I had to work out a way to change the characters received into numbers. So I came up with this one single line of code that's inside of a for loop. And it took a little trial and error to get this to work, and maybe there is a better way out there to do this, but it was really fun to figure out a way to do it like this, and, you know, just a single line of code. This is a good stepping stone for my future projects. Now I can make a base API for RoboBrrd that uses Promulgate. This way, when you switch from app to app, you won't have to reload code into the robot each time. It'll be seamless. So that's all for now. Until next time, check out my blog and Patreon page right here for further updates. Thanks for watching.